Elisabeth Moss, my friend, it is great to see you again.
It's lovely to see you. Who's that little guy behind you there?
I'm glad you asked, and that's why he's there. That's Nipper, the RCA dog, and that is a little nod to my radio, which, by the way, you're also on 106.1 Kiss FM in Dallas, Fort Worth right now. We're talking about Shining Girls, so I'm glad you brought that up.
It's hard not to. He's adorable.
I want to brag on you because Miss Executive Producer on Shining Girls, what intrigued you? I mean, was it the Lauren Buse's novel? What drew you into this? You are fully invested with your character. We'll talk about Kirby in a second, but what drew you into this to really want to get this done?
It was the idea of this analogy for trauma that Silka had so sort of beautifully crafted based on Lauren's book. You know, I hadn't read the book. I only read the first script when I came to this whole idea, this whole project. And I just felt like it was incredibly clever. It was incredibly insightful. And it wasn't like anything I'd ever read before. And it was genre bending. And it was kind of, even though there's a darkness to it, there was something fun about it as well, in trying to figure out the mystery of what's happening. And so I felt like it was very different from things that I had been doing. It was all of those. It was all of those things. And it was, then very much became all the people involved that are so talented.
Yeah, and Leonardo DiCaprio also behind this as well. So when I see your name, I see Leo's name, before I even saw 2 seconds of this, I'm like, oh, this is going to be great. And for me, it's like more of a how done it than who done it. I've never known the killer, as you would say, I guess, like within the first couple of minutes of it. And I think that's the depth of that. Is that fair to say? Do you agree with that assessment?
Completely. I think that's what makes this like no other sort of mystery show. We tell you who did it in the first scene. And you're exactly right. It's how did it happen, and it's also then why is it happening? Why is he doing this? And that to me is a very unusual way to approach a show that has anything to do with a serial killer. To say, oh, just so you guys know, first 3 minutes, this is the guy, and you're like, okay, well now what do we do?
But that's the depth of this. And that's what we're talking like this. When I spoke with that actor, everybody watch this right now. I'm not going to spoil it for you here with Elisabeth, but the actor that, did it, he said, first part of his interview, and I said, my man, that's the first time I've ever done an interview like this where you just throw it out there. All right, there is a little bit of time travel. There's a lot of time travel, in this series. So my question to you is, would you, if you could, time travel, and would you go back in time or would you go forward in time?
Ooh, that's a good question. The team here is nodding. That is a good question. I guess back. I think back, because eventually I'm going to go forward anyway. So I guess back.
Oh my gosh, me too. And I would go like to the Roman days and just kind of stand there and eat popcorn and watch what's going on, like at the Colosseum. Wouldn't it be fun to see something like that? I know I have to go here in a second, but
like of all places to go, you'd go to the Colosseum.
Well, yeah, I mean,
that's
why not?
Dark. Well, you're a man after my own heart. You're a man after my own heart. That's brave.
I love it. Well, I wouldn't be fighting. I would just be popcorn eating and watching.
No, I totally.
And you would be sitting next to me. Elisabeth, great to see you again, my friend. Always a pleasure. And you're the best. And I'll see you next time in person, okay?
Absolutely. Looking forward to it. Thank you.